Hey neighbor, I got to thinking, what are some of the things that we have nowadays that helps us garden and be more successful that we used to didn't have? And two things came to mind. First is raised beds. You know, back when I was a young man and we gardened on the flat, as I still do, but you never heard of anybody with raised beds. They've become very popular in the last few years and for good reason. They offer people the ability to garden in small spaces or with physical limitations, or with limitations in supplies or equipment. So raised beds, I think, is one of the greatest things we've had in the last few years to help the average backyard home gardener be successful growing, a certain amount of food. They do have their limitations. If you put drip irrigation in there, that seems to help a lot because they do dry out more than growing in the ground there. They're wonderful. Man, we got them set up right here. A lot of people can be successful growing a garden and raised beds that otherwise couldn't. And the next thing I want to talk about is seed tape. All these seed tapes right here that we have allows us to be successful because it takes a lot of the variances out of there of the mistakes people make when they plant particular crops. And these seed tapes help us with all that. So today I'm going to show you a simple recipe of how you can grow crops that is easy peasy that anybody can do. Now we're going to dig into what seed tape is and how it works and all that. But first I'm going to show you some of the things or some of the varieties that normally comes in seed tape. We normally see seed tape used in varieties that have really small seed that spacing is extremely important in because it takes care of that aspect of it. So let's go over a few of them. White Lisbon bunching onion. Yeah, and that's that little small bunching onion that you see in the grocery store in the little packs there that we love to eat. It's got the green on the top part of it. We have that. We have French breakfast radish, purple top turnip, giant white kohlrabi, which I'm a big fan of kohlrabi. Most people don't grow it in the garden. I think they should. And our most popular one, which is the rainbow carrot blend, salad bowl lettuce mix, a baby greens mix, baby leaf greens mix, Komatsu mustard, and Detroit dark red beet. Seed tape has been around for a while. Actually, it was invented and it's still manufactured over in the UK because there seem to be a lot of gardeners in the UK that do smaller garden back in the day than we did here in the USA. So a lot of these methods were originated there, and the seed tape was too. Our seed tape comes in this, what we call an airproof or Nylar bag here that seals up with. All right, this is the seed tape. All the seed tape come in these two different rolls right here. You can see there they have this preparation in the middle so we can separate them out. I'm gonna real easily do that. This right here that I'm doing is the French breakfast radish. Now the seed tape is in this tissue that's really similar to toilet paper. It's real thin and it gets wet and dissolves real easy. They 7.5 feet per row. So these 15 feet in a seed pack, which is ideal for doing 1 or 2 raised beds there. Now when we see the seed tape here and we kind of roll it out there, give you an idea how this works. Now I'm gonna put just a little plain water on there and show you what happens after water hits it. Reminds me of a lot of toilet tissue. It just degrades pretty much. And once it's wet, you can't do much with it. It's going to become very easily to tear right there. We don't want to wet it till we put it in the soil. When we have it like this right here, we can put it in the soil and cover it up. We just want to cover it up just a little bit. But let's look here. Once we got it wet, we can see the seeds and also fertilizer inside of the seed tape there. You see the seeds, and mixed in with the seeds is fertilizer. All right, so we have the seed spacing in there, which is pretty much ideal for these beet seeds. You tell these beet seeds that all these seeds in this seed tapes are small and they're really hard if you're taking your hand and try to get them spacing out. So that's one reason the seed tape works well. Another reason the seed tape works great is if you was ever in grammar school and the teachers taught you how to germinate seeds and you put them on what we call the paper towel test and you wet the paper towel and put the seeds in there and leave it for a day or two, those seeds will sprout. It's amazing to a kid, but it's also amazing to me as an adult there. This tissue does the same thing. It helps hold that moisture on that seed there. Same thing. It causes seed to moisture contact and stay there, so it helps that seed germinate quicker when we have that paper there to hold that moisture on both sides. Now they will dry out fairly quick, so you have to, for the first few days, keep them fairly wet. But we lay them out like that right there, and then, neighbor, look here. They come up just like this right here. So this is my seed tape that we planted in the raised bed there of the French breakfast radish, and it's almost perfect there. Look at the stem we got now. There's a spot or two in there that's empty. It's because I've been snacking out here in the garden. But this is a wonderful opportunity to grow things that we can use in our salads, or we can just simply eat them as a snack. Look how beautiful that is. Now this is extremely easy to grow. I'm gonna tell you how we do this. It's a simple recipe so you too can be successful. All right, so we've got the fertilizer in our seed tape, which is wonderful, but I also like to add just a little bit of what I call a starter charge, or a pre-plant fertilizer of an organic fertilizer to mix into my soil pre-plant before we plant. And what we do here is we simply just shake this out in our bed and we just mix it into the soil. This is a pelletized chicken litter, which is organic or Omni certified. It's a natural fertilizer. This works real good because along with this and the fertilizer that is in the seed tape, you need no more NPK. That is your basic fertilizer that you need to make this crop right here. After my plants come up with this right here and with the starter charge in the seed tape, we got N, P, and K. That's nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Took care of. We don't have to worry about that. But there are some minor elements out there that we need to give our plants to make sure they got everything they need. With this right here, in a raised bed situation, after the plants come up for a couple of applications, we just do this. Take a simple watering can, pour you a little bit in there. Now, normally about 1 ounce to 2 ounces per gallon here will work, but this stuff doesn't burn. It's like cooking. Just put you a little bit in there. Sometimes I measure, sometimes I don't. It's not gonna hurt anything if you get a little too much. Then we wanna take that and we wanna feed our plants over the top like this right here. We do that a couple of times. We give our plants everything they need so that we have a wonderful crop. All right, so look here at all these beautiful French breakfast radishes here. Now they're ready to harvest. We've been eating on them a little bit and we're going to probably be harvesting the next few days. 25 days maturity. If you've got another raised bed, it's a good time to get you some more started so that you have a constant supply of such things such as radishes. If you plant more now, 25 more days, you're gonna have more of these. You could actually do 2-week intervals of planting to have a constant supply there. Just showing you our purple top turnips from the seed tape right here. They're coming along there. We can start harvesting the leaves a little bit now and probably start eating on them. But they're a little young. We can let them wait a few days, few weeks there. Keep the micro boost kind of put to them. We got plenty of fertilizer on them. They're gonna make some good roots and these leaves are gonna get bigger. So we can harvest these a little later. We also got some spinach that we planted with the seed tape and it's coming along now. Now the spinach is one thing that we can go ahead and start harvesting these leaves when they get about this size, and we can start using them in stir fries or salads, either one. These are the ones that we can harvest for a longer period of time. We can continue to cut these leaves off. They'll be what we call cut and come again. And our most popular one is the rainbow carrot blend, and for good reason. You get all these colored carrots that you can grow in a raised bed, and believe me, you can grow a bunch of them in just a 4x8 raised bed. The seed tape makes the carrot spacing perfect. So, you know, we all have limitations in life. We don't have so much time. And even though gardening may be a major passion for us, life gets in the way sometimes. We have ball games to attend. We have work to deal with. We may not have a lot of time, or we may not have a lot of land to grow on, or we just may be limited all the way around to what we can do in gardening. But folks, you can take a simple raised bed situation with just a few hand tools and something as supplies as simple as a bag of complete organic, seed tape, micro boost, and any type of watering can, and you can grow a lot of food in a small space.